Hi there, Thomas Manshry from Your Trust Advisors. Thanks for clicking on the link and joining me on this quick video. So I really applaud you for taking steps to continue your education. The financial world is just drowning with information of financial advice, and you probably see it on a daily basis, and it's probably maybe difficult to even figure out what's right for you, but it does require that we all take our own responsibility for our financial lives to figure out what's right, understand the truth, and then make decisions that are best for us, our families, and the things we care about. So I really appreciate you spending some time here. So family banking, right? It sounds a little odd. It isn't what you hear in the mainstream, and what I want to do is just cover quickly to share with you what family banking is and what it's not, right? When we think about a bank and we kind of unpack this a bit, you're not actually creating a bank, right? That requires a lot more effort, a lot more capital, and right rules and regulations around the banking industry. So, but what you are doing is considering taking over the banking function in your life. And that's a very important role. So think about it for a moment. Banks, what do we use banks for? Well, the first thing is to store cash, right? Most of our dollars are going there and they're being held in a safe, sound, FDIC protected environment that you can access your dollars when you need them to. They're not earning all that much, but they're liquid, accessible, and good to have for emergencies, right? So that's one aspect of banks. Well, what do banks do with those dollars? Well, they're going to loan them out, right? That's what banks do. They take other people's money and loan them and provide it to others to make more money, so people are using it for financing debt, to get debt for purchases like cars, homes, you name it, education, and for some people are using it to invest, but primarily it's to borrow to finance their lives. And so they play a huge important role in that. So they're one option to do that. So in both scenarios, like if you're saving money in cash to finance your lives, financing is our biggest need in our lives, right? Not just taking on debt, but financing. When I say financing, is to use capital to buy and invest in things in our lives. So you can either do one of two options, which is the typical approach, is to pay cash. You save a bunch of money and then you pay cash for it. You say, for instance, a home, you pay the down payment, and you move on and you purchase that home. And so your money is tied up in the home. And more importantly, the dollars that you're using to purchase no longer earn for you. Now, if you're thinking in the bank, who cares? It's not really earning much today anyway. But what if it was earning something? But in that scenario, you've stopped the earning, the compounding interest of those dollars, which we know works in the long run. So the other way people finance things in their lives is to take on debt. Like we suggested, you go through a bank and you get money from them and you pay them back with interest. And for a lot of things in life, a good size of our dollars, our annual budgets are dedicated to paying back loans and enriching banks. And so it's just a reality of how things work today. So if you looked at it, a substantial amount goes to interest to enrich the financial institution. So what if there was a different approach where you could actually play both roles and play the banker for yourselves and your families and your futures, while you find a better place to store your wealth, right? In something that's going to earn something like with a decent rate of return, and it's a private account, and you actually have guaranteed access to finance. You don't have to apply for it. It's guaranteed for you to use when you need to, and then you dictate the terms of when you pay it back and how much over time. And that's this concept of creating your own family bank and doing that in something that's private, tax advantaged, and you have more control with. And what it's leveraging is a uniquely designed whole life insurance policies that's designed more for cash accumulation rather than death benefit. Death benefit is important, but our need for financing is probably larger. And so to use this sort of strategy to help finance all things in your life and have more control, it takes just a different approach, mindset, exploring. Now, most people may have a bad sort of opinion of whole life insurance. You hear it plenty from experts in the financial space, from Dave Ramsey to Susie Orman. Whole life insurance is a scam. It's the worst place to invest. And so this is where opening up your mind and understanding what it is will help you see potentially something that's different. And then you can figure out what's true and right for you. The way we're using these are designed in a way that builds up cash faster and isn't the typical way that whole life insurance is designed. And it actually reduces commissions for the folks who are selling them, which is likely why people are not really pushing them or selling them or introducing them. And it's also people don't understand this concept. So it's worth exploring to see if it could be a great fit. And if it sounds too good to be true, where you can have your safe dollars earning 4 or 5% tax-free, while you get to use someone else's money to finance all the things in your life, from purchases to investments, and have a death benefit protect it all, I would encourage you to download the guide, a 20-page guide that I wrote. It goes a little more detail into this to help you understand what it is and what it's not. And we'll see if it could be a good fit for you and open up a potential world of possibilities in your life that weren't there before. So so go ahead and do that, and you can explore how this could help you enjoy more of your wealth over your lifetime, and also set up your family to perpetuate wealth in future generations. So thanks again for clicking on this, and hope you grab that guide. I think it'll be well worth your time and effort, and I hope that I get the chance to meet with you in the future and see how this can fit into your family's lives. Take care, and God bless.